Hello, hi everyone. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. And we are keeping on and continuing from where we left. So please, as usual, I will always request you to like my channel, to subscribe, of course, watch and share. Please do that to support my channel. So now, today I have a new topic or a discussion that I want us to discuss, and it's going to be about visa applications to Denmark from Kenya, my cue from Kenya, because that's where I come from. So we're going to be discussing about visa application from Kenya to Denmark, visa application for Denmark from Kenya, from the Danish Embassy in Kenya. So I'll discuss step by step, detail by detail on how it shall be done. Yes, and that I think that is the most updated one, because I'll be discussing the one that they are doing currently right now, as in from 2022, and I think until now here. So I think it's the updated one, because things are changing like every new day. So now, if you are planning to come to Denmark for a visit, I'll be discussing about visa. So that's gonna be for a visit. I mean a tour, like a tourist. So if you are planning to do it, make sure that you start doing your application some dates prior your traveling date. So make sure that you have a longer period before you're traveling to submit your application, so that you have time to deal with all requests from the embassy and all that. So make sure you have at least a month before prior. You do it a month prior your traveling dates. So now I will just start immediately and discuss about what is request required of you. So the very first step is to do an online application. Yes, so you just look for this VU2 online visa application, yeah. And the online application, you'll be required to fill in several fields, different fields, including your names, your occupations, purpose of travel, host details, relationship with the host, or if you don't have a host, you're gonna cater for all your expenses and all that, all those information gonna be filled under this online application. So there's gonna be fields already with questions or with some space left for you to answer whatever it is. So that is it. If there's a group of several people or there is a family, you will have to fill one by one. Yeah, kila mtu na part yake moja majina, kila kitu, details zote hapo. So that is it. So now the second one is going to be online payment. So after you filled all the details under this online VU2 form, whatever, you'll have there's coming, of course, the option of paying. So you're gonna pay for the visa online. Yes, it's the payment is done online, and you can use your debit cards and or a bank transfer. Yes, or your credit cards, wherever. So you're gonna pay, and that is the second one. That's so there's not much to discuss under that. So the next thing that you're gonna do, you will have to book an appointment. Now make sure that you book an appointment at an earlier date, because I don't know, now things are getting better about corona and all that. So maybe there is more space and chances of getting appointments, of booking. Earlier it was a bit complicated, and it was so hard to get an appointment, but I guess now it's much better. So you're gonna book an appointment with the VFS, not with the embassy. So this appointment is between you and the VFS. Now the VFS Global Center is the place where you're gonna drop your documents for verifications, for them to be checked through if everything is okay. So now we have different VFSs in Kenya. We have one in Kisumu, another in Mombasa, I guess, and I understand that there's one in Nairobi, because that's where I've been going through. So the one in Nairobi is somewhere in Westlands. I'll be giving the details of where it is at the end of the video. So when you're booking for the appointment, you choose which one you want to deliver your paper. So now what happens when you have got the booking, they're gonna give you a date, they're gonna give you a code that you shall show at the gate when you're entering to the VFS. So then you are done, you're good to go, and then you get yourself in there at the VFS. So they're gonna do the biometrics, gonna do the fingerprints and the passport size photos, and they're gonna check through your documents. They're gonna see what you have and if it's enough of what they need. Yes, so that is the place where they're gonna do the verifying of the documents before they can proceed to take them to the embassy. Now, there's something that I need to mention about the there at the VFS during the taking of biometrics. They changed a bit, because earlier they were calling you and say that the visa is ready and you are going to pick the visas there at the VFS at the same place you dropped them. But I understand that of late they ask you for your address and then you pay some fees for the courier fee so that they can be delivered. Is it whether it's whatever in whichever county in Kenya they can deliver. So you pay some courier fee. It was on 3,600 per person. So this one is charged per person, per head, per every visa application. And so you pay an amount on, I think, 3,800 if I am not wrong. I'm sorry that my figures are not exact, because I surely forgot the exact amount, but roughly 3,500 to 4,000, not more than that. So for every application, if you have a child, then you're going to pay separately, and you have to pay for yourself also separately. And then they will deliver them to your own destination, whether it's in Machakos, whether it's even in those small villages in Machakos or in Kitui, or in those small villages in Kitui, wherever it is, wanaleta mpaka hapo. So that is of late, lastly when I checked. So now we go to the next one. Now the next one is for you to wait to hear from the embassy. They're gonna give you a call. They're gonna give you an appointment also, and they're gonna tell you what is needed of you, whatever it is that you've not done that needs to be done, or if you've done everything and they are satisfied, if you shall go to the embassy yourself in person and do a oral interview, a direct oral interview, or if they can also decide to do a phone interview. That depends a lot on different things that I have no idea what it is, because I have gone through both or direct oral interview at the embassy, and I've also had these phone call interviews done several times. So I don't know what it depends on, but I expect a call from the embassy asking you for certain things that you've not delivered, or asking you to show up in person so that they can conduct an interview with you. So that is it. Now, note that the fee that you've paid for your visa is not refundable, whether you get the visa or not. So that one you have to sign under the online application, the first step. So there's somewhere where you're going to be signing that I agree to, of course, that the amount is not refundable. So that you have delivered, expect that in 2 weeks that the visa is done. So not more than 2 weeks, not normally 2 weeks, unless there are issues or there are matters that are hindering the process. Else the visa will be done in 2 weeks normally, or even less, even in a week. So now I'm going straight to the documents that you will need for the visa application, because I've not mentioned that. So now the first one is a letter from the applicant, from your host. Now I'm talking about the host, because for me, I've been going through a host, that is my husband. So I'm gonna base my discussion on my own experience. So you need an invitation letter, let's just call it so, from the host. Now that letter from the host has to be done online nowadays. I'm gonna discuss in the next topic about how it's done online and all that, but now it shall be done online. Yes, or the invitation plus the application together. You're also gonna need a health insurance cover. Yes, So they opt for specific insurance companies. It's not all companies that they accept, but they have a list of the insurances that they go for. So you can always check on what kind of insurances that they want, but most of them they do, including Jubilee, which is the one that I use in Kenya. So now you will have to give your bank account statement. Yes, that is absolutely a must. So the past 6 months bank statement, account statement. Remember that. You will need an itinerary, traveling, a ticket itinerary. Yes, so that is just a schedule. It doesn't have to be a real ticket that you should not buy a ticket prior you're traveling, because you don't even know if you're getting the visa or not. Yeah, but mostly you just need to print out a schedule, yeah, an itinerary, a schedule, a ticket schedule, and then you take it there. Now you shall remember to match the dates on the itinerary to the dates that you really plan to travel, yeah? So that they coincide, because then that is the same date that your insurance your insurance shall also match the date. So remember that the itinerary has to match the insurance policy, uh, so because so that if you are traveling tomorrow, your insurance also starts tomorrow. And then if you'll be traveling back in January or in December the 20th, the insurance also matches the same date. So remember that, it's very important. So you will need, of course, your passport. You will also need copies of all the visas, the previous visas, if that is applicable. Yes. So you will also need 2 passport size photos. Yes. And of course, approval of accommodation. You need approval of accommodation. That is the host. Now I've already talked about that, because that is the host invitation letter. And if it applies, if you are not self-sponsored. And now if you are working, you will need a letter from your employer or from the company which you're working for. Yes, you will need a letter, a leave maybe permission, because now you're going for like 3 months. So you will need a leave permission to show that you are given that permission to go. There are people that have been even asked for your payment vouchers and even ATRs and all that. It has never happened with me. So expect that you are asked all that if you are employed. Now for self-employed, you will need a copy of your business license. Yes, a copy of your business license. You will also need a company bank statement of the last, of course, 6 months. Yes, and you will need income tax return, the ITR. So that is it for now. Those are the documents that are needed for both employed and self-employed or company owners. So yeah, I think that is all about the whole process. Please, if you have a question or anything that you want me to clarify on the visa application, yes, please just ask me under the comment section and I will gladly answer you. Yes, but I think that is the information as much as I can remember. But there's always some details one will forget, and please just feel free and ask me and I will answer you. Now, before I forget, I promised to give you the directions of the where VFS lays in Nairobi, and it is in Westlands. Yes, in Mudangari Drive, along Mudangari Drive, off Waiyaki Way, opposite Safaricom, that Safaricom building, directly opposite. It's there. So from town, you can easily, if you're going in a taxi, that's easier, or if you have your own car, that's easier. But even through matatu, hizo matatu za Westlands, unawaambia tu unataka kushukishwa hapo hivyo Shell, kuna Shell hapo hivyo, kuna petrol station ya Shell. Kama si hivyo, unawaambia ushukishwe opposite Safaricom house, kwa sababu that is more popular. So ukishashukishwa hapo hivyo opposite Safaricom, unaingia tu hivyo, unaanza kutembea along Drive. Ukishaenda through Mudangari Drive, unaenda tu hapo hivyo, utaona hiyo VFS iko tu hapo. Haiko mbali from the main road. It's not so much inside. So the building inaitwa Parkfield building. Hiyo building yenyewe nini iko ndani, where the FVFS is. So unaenda, it's a comfortable place, it's a nice place to sit and to be in. The workers are so friendly. Yes, they are so friendly. Alafu things are done kwa mpangilio. It's done kwa mpangilio, hakuna kurukana, hakuna nini. So yeah, so that is it for today, and that brings us to the end of our discussion. And before I leave, nitawauliza tafadhali like, share, subscribe and watch my videos to support me. Please, please, please. Now there is coming more and more and more about Denmark and Kenya. There's expect much more. Expect some more tea. Expect some more cookies and all that. It's gonna be fun. Yes. So bye bye. Until next time. Bye.